Hey everyone, welcome to the Uncut Critic podcast. My name is Kiddadonis, and I'm one of your hosts.
It's Brandon K. Jones, your other host.
All right, today we're going to be discussing a few things. We're going to be talking about Netflix original series You, and we're going to be talking about Disney Plus's original The Mandalorian. I think we're going to start off with You first today. Brandon, you want to kick this thing off?
Oh, you want me to go first?
Fuck it, you know.
I mean, okay. So, I seen You. It was okay.
What do you mean by okay?
I mean, it was, after a while, it almost seemed like it was the same stuff. Bro stalk her for 11 damn episodes or 10 or however many it is. And then he take her out. And, you know, he go about his day. Then he finds somebody else to do it all over again, too. But then it slightly became a twist near the end of that one. But at the same time.
So, should we start off with season 1 of it? Season, you know.
I mean, we can do that. We can do season 1.
With Beck and
Joe, and then the foreshadowing.
Yeah, a lot of foreshadowing.
The foreshadowing of the most pointless person that I've almost ever seen.
Question. I'm gonna ask you a simple question really quick.
Go ahead.
When it comes down to him, Joe, right? His actions in the original season 1 of everything. Do you feel like what he was doing was realistic?
No. This dude hides behind a sheet of paper.
Okay, I'm not talking about like the actual the sense of him hiding, you know. I'm talking about like
The stalkiness of it?
I wouldn't even say it's stalking. I feel like most people do research on people, you know, like looking at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like people really do look people up. I've seen it. Right.
No, that okay, that I understand, but bro stalk people.
Okay, I'm not talking about hiding behind shit.
No. Bro, literally, not only do he do research online.
He do the research. That's the part I'm talking about stalking, not stalking. Him putting on a cap and behind the street light.
Following you into all the bookstores you ever go to, and then he know your favorite book, and he reading the same book that you reading.
That's creepy.
Stalking.
I agree with that. I agree with that, stalking.
But where does that come from? The research stalking.
Do you think it's men today that do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of people that do that. I think that the world that we are in, and with so much technology out there now, and because we are a giant social, internet-bound, condemned world now, yeah. If you honestly, at this point in time, when you first meet somebody, the first thing you gonna do is see if they got a Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Why? Because you want to see what the hell they talking about. Okay. You want to see the type of person they are, but you also want to see how you are able to approach them and see what information from the background you can get and what other guys might have done that you can go around of. But at the end of the day, yes, that's still stalking.
I agree that it's stalking. So the whole plot of it is Joe is an average guy, work at a bookstore, right? Mm-hmm. Work at a bookstore. He all of a sudden average. Yeah, the average Joe. Love that pun, isn't it?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And then he finds Beck, you know, a different type of woman, does his research, looks her up, and
I like how you say that. I really like how you keep trying to say that.
I'm not saying
does his research.
He does come off as a sexual predator. I agree completely.
He internet stalked her.
Yes.
Okay.
But I feel like the internet's so public, and I agree with his statement. You want to be seen, even though that is creepy.
Yeah, but because the world we in, everybody wants to be seen. Most people want to be seen. Most people want to take the pictures. Most people want to post on all the social media. They want you to see their pictures. They want you to like and comment on their post. If you steal their post, they get mad. I'm like, bro, it's the internet. What are you mad about?
Yeah, the internet is just a carbon copy of the real world, in my opinion. I feel like I've heard of Finstas, like, you know, fun Instagrams, things like that, because they don't want to be out there, but they do. I feel like You brings out a sense of what you desire, because he does have very, very narcissistic, psychopath type of how would I say, energy? Do you think energy would be the best term for it, or thought
tendencies?
Process? Yeah, tendencies. Yes, but at the same time, I feel like it's a radical view on how society is now. Very radical.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to argue that only because I've already agreed on the fact that there are people who literally will go on your Facebook page and look through all of your stuff just to see everything about you and so on and so forth. I'm like, them doing it in the show and showing that that's what people do. True.
The preconceived notions, you would say, of people based on the
information.
the transparent information that you give publicly to people willingly.
Yeah, but then I feel like the way the show went about it, and like you said, it's showing the way we actually are in this world, on how people actually stalk them, and then the people it gives you the preconceived notion of how a person might be or how they are not. But like I said, all that really lead back to is how you gonna address that person.
Okay,
and that's what the show, in a sense, shows you. It shows you what you can do and with the information,
right.
that people publicly put out there. But also, in my opinion, shows what information you should keep off the internet.
Agree.
Because it's showing you what could possibly happen with the way people take things now. Like I say, if once you get to the point where you stalking somebody on social media, eventually that's going to lead to real world stalking. Why?
Yeah.
Because you're behind the keyboard, and eventually all human nature is you want that. You want to feel that. You want to touch that or whatever, and eventually you're going to get to that. And I feel like that's what the show showed and progressed to as it went along through the season.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I want to bring to the forefront that I did appreciate about Joe, he was very how would I say, analytical about it, but I don't think he had that not to do something, like that moral sense of, I shouldn't lock people up. His logic was sound if it didn't interfere with moral concepts. Like, you literally kidnapping a man because he's over Beck, for example, which was unnecessary. But those are facets of relationships in a way that does happen. The ex-boyfriend is a problem, just like him killing her really good friend Peach.
Right.
I feel because you're
your best friend in your ear.
Yeah, the best friend in your ear, affecting their relationship. I feel like everything he did was over radical or extreme, but those are literal things in society now, just exaggerated.
I feel like the things that he did, because of how you pointed them out, is things that people really want to do.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
In real, because we going to jail.
Yeah, jail.
Ain't nobody analytical like Joe like that to get away with. You know how many episodes of CSI and all that I had to watch?
I wouldn't even think that CSI is one of those, especially in 2020 now.
To get away with a murder?
No, I'm not even talking about the murder. You going directly to murder. I'm trying to talk about the sense of, I seen her, and you got your name, and from that you look her up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever the fuck they have out there in those social media platforms, and from that you give that preconceived notion, right? Either to advance or not. But even nowadays, I think people lack that sense of one-on-one conversations because of the internet. Because
you have behind the screen.
Had it behind the screen, just like text message.
So, okay, if I'm continuing on what you're saying,
okay,
based on that, the way society is, everybody's a internet person now. Everybody's a behind the screen person. Nobody literally is a one-on-one type person. Like, even myself, for example, I will not talk to you on the phone.
Why?
I will not. I hate talking on the phone. Why? Because when you talk on the phone, it gets stale after a while, and then you just sit there and listen to each other breathe. That's the dumbest shit ever to me. So I don't do that.
I feel like it holds people accountable, because for example, like the 90s, you didn't have that sense of I can contact or I could communicate with you 24/7, right? Mm-hmm. Now, since we're in 2020 now, there's so many avenues or so many platforms that you can converse with a person. You can call people on Facebook and not even have their number. You can call people on
that's
Instagram.
Some creepy shit.
Yeah, and Snapchat.
That's some creepy shit.
Nowadays it's integrated within your phone. I feel like that sense of connecting, because if you remember, like in Joe, he didn't have any of that. He didn't like have a public profile for like Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, the social media platforms for the series. but he didn't have any of that. He went really analog, old school one-on-one conversation. He was able to look you up because, yes, that's public. You can type in Facebook a public profile and Instagram too. A lot of people don't know that, but privacy is a key, and he was concerned about his privacy. What he want to show people. And one matter of fact, what I want to bring into the conversation too is the fact that Joe loved his ex Candace. He did. They don't talk about it in season 1.
Talking about the foreshadowing hoe.
Yeah, the foreshadowing.
Hoe.
Bitch. But
okay, yeah, you can go with that too then.
Because she didn't fuck anybody, hoes, a lot of whatever the fuck. But bitch, this bitch. Hurt his heart. Whatever
this
the
ghost.
Fuck, yeah, whatever you want to call it. I appreciated season 2. Season 2 was good. The only reason why I feel like it had a better plot twist at the end in comparison to the first one.
Yes. I do agree with that. But in relation to that, I feel like all the foreshadowing they did in the first one
was good.
It was good, but it led to a letdown.
Letdown in what?
Like I feel like the foreshadowing of the person that he allegedly did kill or did not kill, whether you seen the first season or not, you should have by now. If you didn't, that's on you.
I really recommend checking out You though.
Yeah,
it's serious.
I can say you can check it out. I'm not gonna say I really recommend it. To me, it was okay.
I feel like it's
something you can sit down and watch.
I feel like it's very diverse and very different for a TV series. If you like drama, I feel like it's a good drama. It's a good emotional type of show. That's solid with that, at least. Yeah,
but at the same time, I feel like it's one of those shows that's literally about to run its course only because of the fact of season 1 and season 2, while being different, were not too different. Yeah. Because he's doing the same shit. Yeah. So that's why I say I feel like it might run the course unless they come up with something big in the third one, which the way the second one ended, they have routes to go.
They gotta come hard.
But at the same time, if you end up doing almost the same shit you've been doing for 2 seasons, there's nowhere for you to go.
Yeah, because the second season, I do recommend watching it.
I recommend watching, honestly, the second season. You can get away with watching that without even watching the first one. That I'm just going to be honest with you. You can get away with watching the second one without watching the first one.
I do agree.
But you can check out the first one.
But the reason why I say watch season 1 is because you'll be more connected to Joe. And what I mean by more connected to Joe, you will understand his way of thinking. You understand that, he's kind of like a narcissistic psychopath, yes. But he is a loving guy that I would say developed basically in season 2 when you realize, I do this. I lock people up, la-di-da-da, for things I love. And Shorty was like, I'm crazy too. Do you think you're?
Well, I don't mean to cut you off.
I know we were revealing a lot. Yes, right. I'm sorry.
I don't mean to cut you off, but before that, I will say I do like how Joe developed in season 2 compared to season 1, and I say that going back to how you was like, how he would make everything illogical and wouldn't really have any moral. To where in the second season he had slightly more moral to me.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like he slightly developed to where he started to realize, damn, maybe I shouldn't do this. Or damn, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be in this trouble now. Or, you know what I mean? Such and such. So I'm like, just being that, I feel like that they did develop his character a lot more in season 2 than they did in season 1. And I like the way his reaction to Love and her twisted ass in season 2.
I really loved Love. I'm not even gonna lie. I did.
That bitch crazy.
Crazy is a good thing in some forms.
In some form. In her form, because of who he is, it's a great thing. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck he was too stupid to see it.
Because it's hard for people to look at themselves in the mirror, right?
Yeah.
You can judge everybody else like how he was judging Love, but he didn't realize he really is judging himself
clearly.
And that was the big plot twist in that, in my opinion. That's what made season 2 great, because you invested so much in Joe in the beginning. You understood why Joe loved her. I understood all of that. I just didn't appreciate the dramatic changes that was actually in it. But let me tell you what was interesting. The only unrealistic parts that I could say was him hiding.
Whole between 2 seasons.
So you just put on a cap and Nobody
and put some toilet paper on the side of your face. Don't nobody see you.
Exactly.
Nobody see you.
But in season 2, he had killed a celebrity. Like that's where it they just went a little too far.
Yeah.
It
brought too much heat to him.
Yeah, lot. In real life,
you went down.
Completely.
Went down.
Completely went down.
I don't care how you exaggerated, you over exaggerated, he went down.
You went down completely.
Right.
And that's a big thing.
But like I say though,
but he was a predator though.
He was
a predator.
And then he met a predator.
Exactly.
And didn't know how to react to that damn predator. Okay, so what pissed me off about him is that the fact that he was willing to damn near kill her until he found out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
When she did something to save him for some stupid shit that he did before.
Because he couldn't control it. A narcissist not in control is afraid. And when they're afraid, he kills shit. That's what happened in season 1.
It sounds like you just said he's a psychopath.
Yeah, a narcissist psychopath.
I'm like, that's all I heard was, so you telling me the boy, that he crazy as shit too.
Yeah.
Well, look, goddamn it, now we got 2 crazy motherfuckers together.
Right. And right now I feel like
with a baby.
Yeah. And
Woo!
I think season 3 is going to be a little bit more intense because it's going to revolve around the child a lot more. Because in season 2 they built up love to be this perfect example or staple at the same time.
But my thing about season 3, are you going to stick to the stalkiness? Because then who the fuck?
I feel like that revolves around.
So but my question is though, who are they going to be stalking if they are already together?
I feel like it won't be stalking. I feel like they'll probably defend
the kid.
Defend the kid.
Honestly, I feel like it's going to have something to do with the kid, her family, and what happened to her brother.
Yeah, 40.
I feel like because they cleaned it up. And they made it like nothing ever happened.
Yep.
But again though,
you got money and a psychopath.
But again though, that's their son though, and it's like, well, still something has to come from that.
Agreed.
And I'm like, damn, what happened with the cop?
Hey.
So I'm like, it's a couple loose ends that's left out here.
It is loose ends, but I feel like they're gonna fix it. Okay, let me tell you what I really like the character development that was 40.
For 40?
Great.
Fantastic.
That's why the end of when 40 died.
I really thought they were gonna find a way for him not to die. Like I thought she was gonna talk out of him for about 5 seconds, and I'm like, oh well, I guess it kind of plays if he dies.
Yeah, because you invested so much because it was on both ends of Love and Joe's. And with that being said, it was just great in my opinion, really great. Yeah, bravo.
Yeah, no. So, but like I say though, so you check it out. You can check out season 2. More than season 1, in my opinion, but check out the whole series. But in all honesty, check out season 2.
Question.
Yo.
Out of 5, what would you give it?
3.
A 3 out of 5?
Yeah, 2.5. 3
2.5. Oh my
2.5 to 3 out of. Look, because but it is not my cup of tea.
He's a rough critic.
It's not my cup of tea. But now let's get to the Mandalorian.
Wait. Let me get my opinion.
Okay. Oh, I forgot.
Mando.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So,
what is your rating?
I recommend you. I really do for people that like to watch a lot of dramas, emotional, love-driven type of things. These are for the guys with a girlfriend. Okay, guy with a girlfriend, sit at home, watch a romantic thing, and you like, yeah, I'm not about to watch The Notebook with you.
I still didn't watch it, and I have a girlfriend.
It's not his cup of tea.
I didn't check like. When I say
3.9, 5.
When I say
3.9,
that it took a while for me to actually check it out,
it was great.
Like I didn't check it out in the beginning. My girl couldn't get me to watch it.
Did your girl watch it?
Yeah, boy, she watched that as soon as it came out, and then watched the second season as soon as it came out, and then she talked to everyone. It's for the women.
So
for the women.
Loved it.
Yeah, no, she do.
So for our woman audience, You is a must see.
For our women, check it out.
I watched it. You know, I'm connected.
He'll watch it with you.
Connected with my sensitive side.
All you gotta do is call him up.
So now we're gonna talk about our next topic, The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. Yeah. Mando.
We got the
Yeah, Disney Plus. You know, one of their actual originals instead of
some.
I hope Disney Plus actually develop more because I feel like it's Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Plus original.
But so see.
I went there.
We not gonna do that today because we gonna say them for another thing. Because I got a big ass bone to pick with them.
Okay.
Where all the black shit at? Where the hell sister at? I've been waiting on that for the longest.
Okay, but I think I think our audience want to hear about the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'm like, we'll come back to that.
This will be another separate conversation about.
Hey, you started it.
I did, but you know, it'll be another conversation to talk about streaming platforms like Disney Plus,
Amazon, Netflix, Hulu.
Yeah. What about the
Peacock?
Yeah.
Peacock.
HBO Max. I heard that's coming out too.
Yeah, we gonna check them all out.
All right, so let's talk about the Mandalorian. The full season's out.
Oh, that's my shit.
Okay.
That's
what did you like about it?
So, besides Baby Yoda, because I know that's gonna be everybody's
Baby Yoda's an icon,
right? Already. So I'm like, I know that's gonna be everybody, big thing. But what I actually liked about it was, I'm a big Star Wars movie guy. Yeah. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm not gonna say that I'm a Star Wars lore type of guy.
I love the universe
because I didn't go read all the back stuff they got in the back. I done played the games, and I know I watched the movies and stuff and the TV shows like Rebels and stuff like that. So when I watched The Mandalorian,
okay,
for me not to see a damn lightsaber, damn near the whole thing, and I still liked it, I'm with it. Because Star Wars is lightsabers. Everybody knows that.
Agreed. Wait, lightsabers and those the laser bullets. The laser
bullets.
Yeah.
And the AT-ATs, the walkers. Everybody knows, right?
Exactly.
So like everybody knows that's Star Wars universe. But for you not to really see any of that, well, you saw the blaster pistols, of course, but for you not to see no lightsabers, you saw force powers maybe twice.
Yeah,
and you didn't even see. I think you saw one AT or one walker because it was a miniature one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and for it to still be a great show, great plot line to me, great character development when it came to the Mandalorian, how they finally like got the helmet off and all that, and in the end, and you got to see him go from being a cold person to actually warming up and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna take the baby and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that." Right. So I'm like. The Mandalorian to me was a really good addition to the Star Wars universe. I have a few questions about it and how it's going to play into a few things, and I'm trying to remember like exactly where it is in the universe. I think it's like it's around what Luke. No?
I heard it was after. It was after everything. That's why Yoda's dead. I heard Yoda's dead now.
So last time I had looked it up, I'm gonna recheck it, but it was around after. The Return of the Jedi.
Okay. For the record, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I'll throw this out here. So when you hear my opinion based on it, you'll understand what person you are and what person I am.
He a Star Trek person, probably.
Star Trek the movies was actually good, but it's one of those like I grew up with Star Wars. I've seen them, but ever since Disney bought them, I'm not gonna lie. Like they're coming back into the forefront after the collapse of the Star Wars series
because of
I think they were struggling financially or something like that, and
they made episode 1, 2, and 3, and that kind of messed them up because they were fine with 4, 5, and 6, and a lot of people felt like they could have did 1, 2, and 3 a lot different.
And then they did the Clone Wars. They tried to come in an animation, and
but so their animation actually helped them out
better
in
to survive, or just in general.
I'm gonna say in story, and I'm gonna say in the story realm, and to help them survive because, like I say, you get Clone Wars, you got 8 or 9 seasons.
Right.
You get Star Wars Rebels. I think you had 3 to. I think they're doing another one, so you had like 4 seasons, and then they got Star Wars Resistance, and and so on and so forth. So I'm like, the TV shows, the animated shows, in my opinion, helped them survive. And also
the newer generation, or just like in general, like because like I remember.
I mean, I think in general. In general, because I'm like honestly, like I'm going to go back and watch Clone Wars.
Yeah, since I got Disney Plus now and stuff, I think I'm going to start all of the movies from the beginning because I have no problem with the Star Wars series at all. My thing is, it's such a gap that memory fade. You fell hard, and Disney bought the rights to Star Wars, sold it off, and basically rebuilding it back up to be the leader that it was.
Yeah, but at the same time,
because I didn't know what a Mandalorian was, so while I was watching the series, it was to me something different. This is within the Star Wars universe, and like how you said, I'm used to lightsabers and the
force powers,
all of that.
All that.
And if you aren't a Star Wars person like myself that don't really remember everything, I remember of course Yoda, Darth Vader, like the basics of it, you would like it.
Yeah.
That's what made me like it, because it was from a different viewpoint, a single viewpoint, because I feel like the rest of the movies were coming from so many viewpoints that it was never, yo, this is Obi-Wan. Like, they're just starting to do it. And I think Disney is doing it right, breaking down movies.
So I feel like Disney is doing it right in a sense when it comes to the TV series and whatnot. I feel like movie wise, after The Force Awakens, there was The Last Jedi, and then The Rise of Skywalker and all that. We gonna do Rise of Skywalker because that's some bullshit.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, no, like if you literally watch The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and then The Rise of Skywalker, you can see the fuck up that they had in The Last Jedi to Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
Like, The Rise of Skywalker was to fix the fuck up in The Last Jedi.
Okay.
So, well, like I say, movie wise, no.
I don't think. Yeah.
No, when I say movie wise, no, they're fucking up. Mandalorian wise,
The Mandalorian was good.
They did great with that, especially because I just looked it up and it actually takes place after Return of the Jedi. So that's why Yoda's there, but before The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Which again, so now you and according to it, it was like it's like 20 some odd years, 24, 25 years before The Force Awakens.
Okay.
That being said, what the fuck, ain't neither one of them gonna pop up nowhere? But then I guess Baby Yoda might still be a baby in 20 some odd years again, still, because he already over fucking 50.
Yeah, like I feel like what they did with Disney Plus, right? You're building this fan loyalty. Like, even though Baby Yoda ain't the main thing and it's about the Mandalorian, but you're building a storyline for the audience to grow with. And since I have to grow with Star Wars, because Star Wars was before my time. I was born into the 90s. Even though it came in the 80s, but it was such a... Wait, it wasn't?
Star Wars came in the 70s, bro.
It was in the 70s?
Yeah.
So I told y'all.
Star Wars is I think the first one was 1978.
Shout out to George.
I think it was around there. It was, let me see.
Yeah, but, The Mandalorian, I feel like it had a good enough plot to explain what Mandalorians were as a people.
77, I'm sorry.
77.
Yes.
Okay, 1977. You heard that first.
Yeah, the 80s. I think that's when they tried to they remastered this shit. Around the 80s, because the 80s the second one came out. So no, like the 90s, near the back end of the 90s and the 2000s, they remastered the old one to come back out.
Okay.
But no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I feel like they did this to create a new icon. Baby, even though that's not Yoda, is Baby Yoda. They haven't even told us what type of race Yoda is yet, and I think that's what they're holding out for.
That's what they're building up to, because he has to take him to hit back to his people. So I'm like, but that's why I say I'm like you said, the TV series is giving you nice background into, the Star Wars universe, whereas the movie, of course, being a movie, is not able to give you all the background, but they got to figure out how to do the movie slightly better, because I'm like, the TV series is rocking right now.
Right.
Like, I'm like,
do you think it should have been 8 episodes?
I feel like it should have been a little more.
I think
I felt one more should have been there.
Like, and the one thing is, like, I don't know what production companies are doing. I feel like 10 is the perfect one, but I feel like they're trying to change that to create more content.
No, so this is why they changed that. I found this out a long time ago. Okay. So when they drop you on episodes, they necessarily don't have to pay you more. They just make the episode longer. So most actors, they get paid based on the episode, not necessarily how long it takes, how long the episode is. Okay. So if they make shorter episodes but make them longer, that's what they did with Game of Thrones. Okay. That's why they got down to like an hour and a half, but it would seem like it was less episodes and shit like that.
Should have gave me more.
Because of the fact that they didn't want to pay them all that money. Yeah. Because they get paid per episode. So if you getting paid $100,000 and you doing 13 episodes,
which they wasn't,
you at 1.3. So a lot of them getting paid more than $100,000. Oh, I'm like, some of them, like, okay, Big Bang Theory, for example. Okay. The main people in the Big Bang Theory are pulling down $1 million per fucking episode. Hold on, I got a phone.
Brandon, what's your input on The Mandalorian? Pros and cons, and of course your rating. Critic.
So my rating For the Mandalorian, I'm gonna give you that first. I'm giving you a strong 4.5 to 5 stars. I'm telling you, check it out. I don't reason why I ain't gonna give it all 5 is, you know, I probably ain't gonna get nothing. Pretty much all 5. It's just gonna take something big for that. So 4.5 though, because it came really close.
This is cup of tea.
But
2.5.
Pros, great story. I love the character development of the main character and his sidekick. I love how the sidekick became an icon. I love how actually what was her name? Gina Carano. I like how her character developed, the mercenary woman.
Okay.
I like how her character developed and everything. So, and I like how they interacted with the bad people. I forgot what the hell their name was. I don't know. They returned the Empire, the First Order, the First Empire, who the hell ever. But how they interacted and how the bad guys stuck with what they wanted. You know what I mean? So that's my pros. The cons, honestly, I want my force powers. I feel like Baby Yoda could have put like 1 or 2 more people around here and there.
But isn't that like obvious though?
Yeah, I know, but that's my only cons that I really got right now.
You're only 50 years old, man.
Yeah, only
50 years old.
All right, what's your rating, man?
With Mandalorian, I feel like it's a great series for people that haven't, how would I say it, looked up any of the Star Wars. You know the basics, like I said earlier, from Yoda, you know, Jedi, the Sith, things like that. You know, a quick watch. But for the Mandalorian series, I feel like it'll be a great series for people to start in, to learn about the Star Wars universe and not really have too much of that heavy knowledge that you need to continue on and enjoy the series.
Yes. It was a good standalone series.
Exactly.
Also, like
exactly,
it has its own story and everything. So it's a standalone, like you said. You don't need to know all the knowledge of Star Wars and everything to see that. Like, it's really just a standalone that intertwines with the universe.
Exactly. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I know he is talking about some 2s. He didn't give it a 2.
4.
He wouldn't have watched all of it. He was gonna give it a 2.
The reason I give it a 4 is because it had solid storyline. I feel like I could see a lot of foreshadowing, especially when they was breaking down, like how you said, the forest, the little moments you did have. So it has a lot more potential. I can't wait for season 2 of it. So yeah, that's what I give it, a 4.
Okay, I'll take your 4.
Highly recommended.
Check it out
for the main thing on Disney Plus.
That's literally probably like one of the last things I watched on Disney Plus. After that, I done got the hell off of that. Next time we're gonna talk about, I might do the Lion King. I might talk about that one day.
The Lion King,
the remake, when that shit, that wasted money.
It wasn't that bad. That's another time. That's
right, because I'm like, boy, they took a whole song out of that. We'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
You thought of your sign off?
Oh, I haven't thought of no sign off yet, but
I haven't either. This the Uncut Critic, and we out.
All right, we gone.